This is the help video for PowerPoint Chapter 2, Pause and Practice number 4. On the left I have the instruction file from my SimNet SimBook. On the right I have the file that we're working on as it exists at the end of 2.3. So what we're going to do in this pause and practice is we're going to look at creating a couple different kinds of charts. We're going to do a pie chart, clustered column, and so we did something similar in Excel, but now we're going to see how we can do that actually in PowerPoint. So the first thing we're going to do is create a 3D pie chart. So we need to select number 6, slide number 6, and over here in the icons and the content placeholders, we want to find the insert chart. So we're going to go ahead and click that, and we want to select a pie chart, and we want the 3D pie. So we're going to go ahead and do OK. It's going to put a like a dummy data and a chart, and it brings up what looks like Excel, and we're going to replace this information with what's in table 2.7. So we're going to make table, or the word cost, sales is going to be cost, trees, shade, tab, 1500, enter, trees, ornamental, tab 450, enter. Okay, so we were able to continue and expand, and it continued expanding that data, and now we have a cost distribution for the different types of projects. Okay, so let's close this worksheet because we're done putting data in. Now what we're going to do is just deal with the chart itself by formatting it. So we're going to delete the word cost in there because up here it says cost distribution. So I'm just going to click on that and hit the delete key, and my pie chart gets bigger because it's not doesn't have that label at the top. So we're going to go ahead and click Style 3 in our chart styles. So what it does is it puts a little shading, and you have your legend over here, and you get some percentages in there. So now we're going to do the shape fill down arrow. So we're on Chart Tools Format. So we have to click over to Format, and we're in the Shape Styles group here, and we want to do the shape fill, and we're going to do no fill. So that's the background there that had that kind of gray, so we don't want that on there. We're then going to do the shape outline and do no outline. So we got rid of the line and we got rid of the background. All right, so now we want to select. So we want to select the series. So we're going to do Chart Tools and here, and instead of whatever it says, we want to do Series Cost Data Labels. It now selects these inside little labels. We're going to make it 20 points. So the percentages are larger. And we want to click the legend. So we can do it this way, legend. And we want to make that 20 points. So the legend is a little bit bigger. And then we want to drag this legend to the upper right corner of the chart area. So right there. And then we're going to select the plot area. So we're going to click on this plot area. It's going to select this. And do for this plot area is I really want it to extend so that this pie is bigger and more in the center. So I'm going to click on the edge and just drag it out so the right edge is overlaying the whole chart. And see what it does is it makes the pie larger and it centers it in that on the slide. And so you can look and you see the layout looks much better. So now what we want to do is we're going to so we want to find the slice that is tree ornamental. So that's this orange. So I'm going to click and then I'm going to double click on the orange. And it's going to select just the orange slice. And I can just pull it down a little bit to explode it out of the pie. That slice is going to be exploded a little bit. All right, let's take a second and save. And we're going to create a clustered column chart. So we want to select 7. So tree size cost comparison. We're going to do another chart. This time the chart is going to be a clustered column. So that's what's selected here. And we're going to click OK. It's going to put the clustered column in. And down here in the same thing, we're going to do small, medium, large, and put that data in. I'm going to do that offline and come back. So I have them all typed in, and I am going to just expand these so I can make sure that I have entered the data correctly. So once you have entered that, you'll see as you're creating it, of course, your chart is going to start appearing. We're going to go ahead and close our worksheet and come back just to the chart. We're going to change our chart style to style 8. See where 8 is. That's this one. And then we're going to work with some chart elements. So we're going to open up our chart elements. And so this reminds us a lot of our Excel charting, right? So we're going to click on that. It's going to open up our chart elements. And we want to make sure that we have axis, axis titles, data table. We don't need the chart title. I'm sorry, let's see. No data labels. Data table, grid lines, and legend. So axis, axis title, data table, grid lines, legend. So now what we get is below each of the elements, we get the actual data. All right, so now what we want to do is select the vertical, this axis right here. So we're going to select and then triple click, and we're going to say tree cost. And then the x-axis down here, actually delete it. So we don't need it. So we're going to hit delete on it. So we're going to select it and delete. The legend below the data table, we don't need it. We're going to click delete. And then drag the chart area center handles down to increase the height. So we want this to be 5 inches tall by 11.5, and then we want to move this so there's a little bit of space above it, and it looks okay. So now what we're going to do is select each of these objects, and we're going to tweak the color on them. So the easiest way to do this is to pick the element up here and then make the change. So the chart area, we want to make gold accent 4, lighter 60. Okay. Plot area. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to say plot area. We're going to make that white background 1. Then large series is going to be green accent 6, darker 50. Medium is going to be green accent 6, and small is going to be green accent 6, lighter 60. Okay, so we're getting there. So we've got the background, we've got this, but we can't read any of these letters, right? Any of the numbers of that. So that's step number 9, a G here. So we're going to select the data table, and in the Home tab, font color, black 1. So then we go back and we select vertical axis. Okay, I need to go back to data table and home. I'm supposed to make that 18 points. 18 points and black. Go back to format, switch it to vertical axis, go home. We're going to make it 18 points and we're going to make it black. Then we go back, we pick vertical axis title, go back home. We're going to make that 20 and we're going to make it black. So now it looks pretty much like that. So that's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to take a second and save, and then I'm going to, this movie's running long. I'm going to stop the movie at this point and just finish up with the cluster column on the next movie. All right, thank you.